if I connect, I don't think the fight will continue because it'll end right there. Those are the words of Edwin de los Santos, La Granada, when asked about his fight, his upcoming fight with Keyshawn Davis on June 7th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my prediction, and I'm also going to revisit Edwin de los Santos' performance against Rayo Valenzuela. Because in that performance, he showed something that Keyshawn Davis hasn't really had the opportunity to show us. Because Keyshawn hasn't really fought a certain level of opposition yet. Edwin de los Santos is one of the most dangerous fighters at lightweight. And also, for a very specific reason, a pattern that I've seen in boxing recently with Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois, I'm picking Edwin de los Santos to stop Keyshawn Davis. And here's why. If you simply look at BoxRec, you know that Edwin, his last couple of fights, although he hasn't fought in going on 2 years, which is bad, but his last couple of fights, he fought Joseph Adorno. I watched that fight. Joseph could fight. Joseph had counters, offense, defense. Same thing with De Los Santos. On top of that, he fought Shakur Stevenson, the best boxer probably in the world. That's real good reps. That's real experience. That's something that you could take anywhere. Who has Keyshawn fought in his last 2 bouts? Gustavo Lemos, who came in that bitch way overweight, coming in there trying to outmuscle somebody, but didn't bring no boxing skills in the ring. And then he fought the Ukrainian Denis Berinchik. Denis Berinchik is not on the level of nobody that I mentioned. And Denis Berinchik happened to be undefeated at the time. That just shows you how much boxing is controlled, because Berinchik should have never had the belt. But that was an alley-oop to Keyshawn Davis. So boxing, they'll prepare your opponents. They'll pick somebody, say this would be a good champion to dethrone for the guy that we really want to have the belt. And that's what Berinchik was, a placeholder. So Keyshawn fought an overweight, lightweight with not that much skill. You know what I mean? Somebody that came in there and looked the part but wasn't the part. And he also fought a placeholder in Denis Berinchik. While De Los Santos fought Shakur Stevenson. And he's also proven himself under the fire against Rayo Valenzuela in a heated back and forth. The man got off the canvas and stopped his opponent. These are things we have yet to see from Keyshawn. But just that alone, I pick Edwin de los Santos, La Granada, to beat Keyshawn. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to analyze the fight between Rayo Valenzuela and Edwin de los Santos. Of course, I can't use video footage because copyright issues. I've seen other people do it, but we already know how they're going to do me. So I'm just going to have a picture in the background. So I'm watching round 1. Edwin started off with a really, really fast jab to the body. Edwin's jab is snappy. Oh my goodness. So Edwin, he's a dude with boxing skill and aggression, just like Keyshawn. So this fight probably isn't going to last too long between him and Keyshawn unless somebody decides to be patient. Oh, good Lord. His jab, he's setting his combinations up behind a jab and a double jab. Rarely do you see these fighters who fight on big cards, these main event fighters, rarely do you see them truly work behind the jab. Sometimes Edwin leads with that hook because he knows the opponent is expecting the jab. But when you lead with the jab and a double jab, what you do is you get your opponent to react. You get them to move their head, and then you can get them to react into a punch. Edwin also likes to swing for the fences. I just seen him do it with the right hand. Oh yeah, his jab is very sharp. This man is a natural offensive fighter, man. And he looks to be more schooled and fundamental than when I seen Keyshawn. Whenever I watch Keyshawn has skills, but Keyshawn, he seems like somebody that's still relying a lot on the athleticism. So I'm in round 1, around the minute 40-second mark, and Santos, he's a fast starter. Very sharp. Great defense. Can get in and out whenever he wants to. This is going to be Keyshawn's biggest task of his career. One of the biggest tasks of his career because, he'll probably go on and fight other champions, but this is going to be the most toughest, or probably the toughest opponent, maybe of his whole career. You know how Bud's toughest opponent was who? I was about to say Guillermo Rigondeaux. I've been talking about a lot of Cubans lately. Bud's toughest opponent was Gamboa. And that was at lightweight, man, where guys are fast and powerful. Once you start going up in weight, you may have the speed advantage, so that means you can see the punches coming at you, which makes it less of an impact. De Los Santos, he's able to throw those hard body shots. I've seen Keyshawn throw body shots as well, so